Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got here a comment from I mean, this is from Caleb Hall saying, I really like female bodybuilders and muscular women. Thank you, brother. Also from a man, Chad. Chad says, I'm a Texas boy, brother. Yippee ki yay. Uh, I think he says San Antonio, Texas. I think it's a show coming out. No couple ladies competing at the San Antonio. Also, this is from a man, Caleb. He says, keep those muscles pumping, April. And he says, stay strong, April. April. There's these guys. These guys are fan ladies of muscle. My crime is I'm a muscle person. I remember years ago, I was on my first. It was a chat room, and it was the dedicated fans with female muscles. And this guy, I came in there. I just said, "Hey kid, you new here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm new." And I said, "You like female body muscle?" I said, "Yeah, I like female body muscle." So he told me, "There's a saying." I said, "What's the saying?" I said, "Well, you ladies rock hard, we're rock hard." So that's the
There
thing.
you go. Yep.
Yeah, because people got to understand when you love something and you're passionate about it, and this is a passion sport. If this was a sport where it's more lucrative, where you can make a living off of it, where unless where some women they do make a living from it because there's I'm doing a live stream on Monday on my live stream show that's on Muscle Talk where we talk about how there is a fetish to this sport,
Oh, yeah.
how some women do have to find ways to make money because like I said, you have a decent job, it pays for a good part of your competitions, and Kevin helps you, but
Mhm.
then some women have to find a way to make income, like as I call them, excuse my language, ma'am, the beat the meat websites. That's what they are. You have a son. You have a son. When he's at that age, when
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just if you love this, you have to passion for it. People need to respect that passion.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you a funny story about that. I was standing at the gym one day, and a woman walked up to me. She goes, Do you compete?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I do." And she said, "Are you in magazines?" And back in the day, they used to have something called the Northwest Florida Bodybuilding Magazine that they distributed to all the gyms. And I said, "Yeah, I am in a couple magazines." And she said, "Yeah, I know." She goes, "My son has your pictures cut out all over his bedroom." And I'm like, "Ew."
It's just a thing about it. I think because it's a different, you know, form of a woman. We see like if you look at like examples like Pamela Anderson
Hmm.
or Halle Berry. Those are beautiful women. Um, Another example of that people don't understand that women with muscle can be beautiful. Like one person I talk about on my channel, and I'm a fan of hers, and that is
Oh, yeah.
Andrea Shaw. I mean, I just think she's so beautiful. I maybe a bit obsessed over because this is my brother. He's an IFBB Pro. My man Big Keith Williams. He has his hands on my girl. I tell him, don't you see that pic because he's hanging with her. He said, "Hey George, I got your arms on your girl. Keith, I love you, my brother, but I'm sorry, Miss April. I'm sorry.
No, I
Just
follow her too. I would love, she is perfect. She is beautiful.
I said it's like she's like the fifth element. She's
Hmm.
perfect. I know she had a setback at the Rising Phoenix, but here's the thing: that's the Rising Phoenix. It's not the Olympia. I like on Angela Yo. I think she's a beautiful physique, but it's one thing when you beat the champion at this show, but just the main show you have to really be there. And I love the fact that a friend of mine, her name is Eunice Kitchens. She was there at the Olympia. She got this issue. It's an issue of Andrea on the muscle development. They're not making that magazine anymore. They shut it down. And she had the chance to and I just love showing this out. I know KL hates it, but this is my pride and joy. That's why I enjoy doing content on you ladies. When I get rewarded for this, she signed it.
Oh, wow.
She
Nice.
she signed it. Says, love. I love her. And it just I really not just being a fan, but I respect the commitment, the passion
Hmm.
for what you ladies do in this sport. You have to have passion and commitment to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wish they'd bring back magazines, by the way. I mean,
Well,
I'm,
I got a guy I know. He started his own magazine. His name is Glenn Young Senior. He has his own magazine called Amazon Fitness Magazine. He does photo shoots. He's been to shows. He even sponsored a couple of athletes, a couple of Olympic level competitors. Teresa Vasic, he sponsored Helen Trevino, he sponsored Ashley Jones this year.
Oh wow.
I'll send you the link. You want to check him out. He's planning on going to the Olympia this year, and
Hmm.
maybe because where you at,
Florida.
Florida, so I think he was doing some shoots in Orlando. He was in Tampa. He might come down there again. Maybe do some shoots. If you ever want to hook up with him, he really helps promote his stuff, and he helps because he's right here in my home state, of North Carolina.
Oh wow.
This is from my man Chad. He said that's where I first discovered Miss April O'Reilly. Where he discovered you from? Oh yeah, U.S. Muscles. Yeah, I remember them. Retrotro. They, US, they used to always. They had men's and women's bodybuilding, but I pay attention more to the women. you know, and back in the day, yeah, there used to be another magazine, Women's Physique World.
Yeah.
Y'all used to be in like magazines like my brother. How I got into it because my brother used to play football here in our hometown,
Hmm.
and he used to get the muscle mags, and all over there, and then Lee Heaney and them. But then by the time I got to my teenage years, I'm looking at people like Corey Everson and Linda Murray and Laura Craval. It was just a different form of a woman.
Hmm. I loved Linda Murray. I actually trained with a guy who used to train with her a long time ago. He used to train with me, and he spent some time training with Linda Murray. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, I miss the magazines actually being able to look and see these people and going back and looking to see what they eat or how they train, and that's an important thing. I mean, you can do that on the internet, but it's kind of with the magazines, you always have them at your fingertips.
That's the problem, dude. At the fingertips. That's why I was so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but again, technology is changing. They're trying to phase out paper, but yeah, it used to be back in the day. Yeah, it used to have them, but they after a while they start pushing them out of the magazines.
Mhm.
And as you train and work out, what is that exercise that really that gets you going? That one that you really love, and that one that says, "Damn it, I didn't want to do it. Why I gotta do it?"
Oh, the one that I hate or one that I love?
Both.
Mhm. So I actually really like lateral raises. Um, hate. I'm not sure I hate any particular anyone. I mean, I like them all to an extent. I mean, I'm over 50 now. I got knee problems. I got shoulder problems. So I have to alternate some things and do things a little different that I did back in the day. But I can't really say that I hate any exercise. As long as I'm in the gym, I'm a happy girl.
Well, I hate anything I have to do cardio because I got two bad knees. I Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got issues with my shoulders also. Years of working, since I was 10, 12 years old. Your body and myself. I'm almost 50. In a couple of months, I'm going to be 50. It's tough, especially when you're older, and to
Right.
maintain that level of muscle. Like right now, a lady who I was at Savannah a couple of years ago when we had Savannah Pro, the Linda Murray show. I saw Linda. She smiled at me. I saw her. I wish I could talk to her, but I know she was busy. But I did meet a lady there who is at 60. She's competing this today at the UK show. That's Irene Anderson.
Mm.
And can you believe this woman is in her 60s and still competing?
Yeah, absolutely. Just at Pittsburgh, a lady won over 70. So you're never too old to do this sport. And you just that your body might have to, I have to readjust to adapt to the body aches and pains that we have when we get older. But you're never too old to do this. I myself, I like Yaxeni. She was always when I was a bodybuilder. That's who I wanted to look like was Yaxeni.
Yeah.
She's incredible, and I actually got to meet her at the Europa one year when they still
Yeah.
had. Met her in the parking garage.
I think she was like, I think the most consistent bodybuilder, the only woman to beat Iris Kyle for the Olympia title. I mean, amazing physique. I've met Alina Popa when I was at Savannah. That was a lady who just, she, a friend of mine was one of her clients. I saw her coming down the stairs, say, "Hello, Miss Popa. I just want to talk to you for me," and just say, "Oh, I got a picture of her." It was on my OIG before it got hacked. But, to meet women like that and to talk to them, it's a great opportunity. It's also talk with you, who yourself being a sport mom you have, and seeing how the sport has changed and evolved over the years. Um, it's just as a fan, it just really excites me. I enjoy doing this. Here we got a comment from a man, Stefan Prey says, Xenia is beautiful. Yeah, she's also, she's like yourself. She's a mom. She has a son. Also, my man Chad says, I hate legs. Yeah, almost everybody hate legs, Chad. That is the battle. That's the bodybuilder's kryptonite. I mean, cardio, legs, anything, they hate it. But you know what? His thing is, you have to be that complete athlete. You can't be looking good up here, but everything not coming even. You know, like you said, the judges told you they want you more teardrops in your quads.
Yeah. Yep. Except if you're wellness, then they want everything down at the bottom and nothing up top. You know.
So I got a friend who's competing, who's competing wellness. She was physique, she was bodybuilding. She competing wellness also over there, and yeah, because it's a different look.
Right.
You know, it's a popular division because I call wellness and bikini. There's a TNA division, tits and ass, because you know this it's still at the Arnold, but they pushed out women's bodybuilding, physique, and figure out, and you know, have fitness. That's probably one of the toughest divisions in the sport. You know.
Oh yeah.
And as a woman in the sport, you think that this bias against y'all, especially you want to compete just like the men do. I mean, actually, you make the percentage of the divisions of the sport.
There is bias against any kind of female bodybuilder. I mean, you take any show that I've been to, and 9 times out of 10, when they put out the poster for the next year, who's going to be in the front? Bikini girl or figure girl, and the bodybuilders are all going to be on. Notice we're always on the outside. We're never in the middle. We're never in the front of the posters. We're never anything like that. So yeah, and if you look at the actually, I've been investigating. Actually, you get a pro in the monetary reward between female bodybuilders and bikini is way different also. So yeah, it is kind of a little, you do feel like you're being pushed out all the time. You feel like they want more bikini girls or more younger girls and stuff like that. So you have to, I mean, you have to put a blind eye to that and just say, I'm doing this because I love it. And a lot of people don't like women with muscles. They would rather see a bikini girl or a figure girl or something like that. So, I mean, even the poster behind me, you know, they always push us out to the side and put the figures and the bikinis in front.
Yeah, and his thing, people can forget, it was men's bodybuilding. It wasn't for women's bodybuilding. It wouldn't be bikini. Wouldn't actually with bikini, it was more brought in. It wasn't really part of it. It evolved from women. Like you look at how women's bodybuilding, here comes fitness because some of the women were too small and they feel like they couldn't do women's bodybuilding. And then those, you know, from fitness spun figure because the women they want to do all jump around chicken sweat.
Right.
And then bikini was brought in because they wanted a division that was more feminine, more of physique that was more acquirable for women, you know. And even when that division came in, it kind of evolved with sport also. You look at the girls in bikini are more muscular than women from, like, I would say muscular than women like Rachel McLeish or Carla Dunlap from the 80s. You know, physique because they wanted a division because the women's body was evolving, where they're getting to the point where they're getting bigger, getting larger, more conditioned. They wanted a more slendered, more trimmed down version of it. And wellness because it's so popular in another country, and it fits for women who have those, you know, as we say like this, Afro aesthetics. They like bigger hips, bigger quads and thighs, you know, and it's hard for them to trim down to be more like, you know, figure or even to physique. You know, I know slaves who jump from those divisions because it's a popular division. I know they put up like they get sponsors more, you know, and only person that was doing something for women's bodybuilding. Anytime I say his name, I got to do this, April. I got to do this. Yo, Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. That's Mr. Jake Woods. He saved the sport when everybody was, you know, pushing it out, and he gave it a platform. He now runs the Olympia. It's back at the Olympia, and that is truly fair because you know what, it needs to be at that. That's the highest top level. It's Arnold the Arnold, and like I said, even though I'm a fan of Arnold his movies, I said forget Arnold. But it's good that they have that spot because you know you see women like yourself who are growing and evolving. They need a place to go. You just hit the ceiling, and if you hit the ceiling, where are you going to go?
Yep, exactly. I mean, that's exactly right. And I wish they'd make the pay kind of equal as well. And for if we win the sport, and I haven't won any money yet. Everybody always asks me how much money do you win. I'm like, none. So and just investigating what you do at the pro level, the payouts are a little bit different as well.
Well, here's the thing: it's never going to be equal because we all know the men's division, men's open is, if you know the pimping game, it's the bottom bitch. It's
Yep.
the one that brings promotions, bringing money, bringing sponsorship. They're always going to have more money, but at least I would say this: at least a little more. Like if you do a show and you get first place is $2,000, I think at least $10,000. That's come on, because I know the guys gonna walk away with $30,000 or $50,000 at a show.
Right. Right.
At least a little something, because you got to think about it, the cost of your travel, hair and makeup, jewelry, food, everything else you got to pay it to sport. It's more of a money pit sport than anything. You at least want to make a little something out of it. And that's why I say, like, a lot of ladies, what they do after the shows, they do the photo sessions because it's a way to make some money. It might be like you might get $200 or $300 for about an hour, but it's $200 you can probably use maybe for go out to eat or whatever like that, or just to pay your hotel bill. And I say about eating again. I know as a fat man, I love food. I can't help it, but sometimes I'm a chicken type grandma. I just love to talk about this. So Miss April, share with me. What's that thing after you got your pro card and you and Kevin went out to eat? What's that thing you wanted the most? That thing you desired?
Well, if you know how Pittsburgh is laid out, we were walking because it was later at night and we had to get an Uber, but the Hard Rock is right up the street. So I went there, and I have to admit, I like vodka. So I had a vodka drink and some French fries, and cheesecake. Cheesecake's my go-to after a show because you don't have any dairy or any sweets or anything like that for so long. Yeah, cheesecake and a nice Grey Goose is what I go for.
That Grey Goose. That goose gets you loose. I know Kevin said, we'll have a good time, baby, tonight. That goose got you loose. We got here for a comment from my man KL, the one. Shout out to KL. He says, I don't know, but there are a lot of fans of women bodybuilding are not too crazy for bikini. Like I said, like right now, I got a bunch of guys in here, and I can't get all to all the questions and answers like that, but they are fans. If I've interviewed some bikini and a couple of pros, some ladies and amateurs, and a couple of ladies who are up and comers, but they truthfully, my fans and my followers, they love y'all ladies. They love. Right now, we're looking at her. Look at her. Look at her shoulders, guys. Look at her. She's like, I know that's what you're looking at, guys, but this is what I enjoy talking to you ladies, because you know what? You share something that people need to understand. The sacrifice you make. I know, like, being your kids. I know they never come to your shows when you were competing.
I did not allow, because I had two girls. I did not allow them to come to the show until my youngest one was 13. And the reason I did that is because I did not want them as females to think that this is the way women should look. So until they were old enough to really understand what I was doing, they didn't come to any of my shows. And that's just, I wanted to keep them from looking at those bikini girls and going, I should look like that, So I wanted to pull back a little bit on what they thought. But, once they know I do it now, of course, and they can come if they want to.
Yeah. And that's being a good mother and a good parent. You want to show body positivity for your daughter, especially girls. Lucky you don't have little sons, because you have sons and somebody say, hey, dude, that's your mom, Miss April, on the stage. She looks really buff. And that same kid talking about your mom say, my son cut out your pictures. He said, hey, what is that son? Wait, that's my mom. Like, I know I'm a boy mom. I love my mom. She's my best friend. And we boys, we love our mothers are our first true love. I mean, we love her. Like the quote, another movie, Psycho, a boy's best friend is his mother. And it's good that, and it's the other daughter, the one that has the grandbabies. Is it a boy or girl?
My grandbabies, I have a boy, two boys and one girl.
That's like the G-Mom's buffed up. I know they love you. They like to hug you and say, hey, great G-Mom, you got a pro